Alright, so let's get to it. I'm gonna do the attack portion of your round as one video, and then I'll make the defense another video, so this isn't too long. And we're gonna get right into it.
Farah there, Farah.
Think you can keep up with me?
I'll be right here, so if you can, try not to move too far to the left.
So in this spot right here, you're not really gonna see your teammates at all, pretty much, because they're gonna be standing at the choke. They're all gonna be standing right here, and you really probably can't see them. Your Ryan's gonna get bullied because you have a diva and you don't have a Zarya. Your McCree's gonna deal with the Pharah. You can probably tap her too if she's really low, if you notice or anything. You probably really want to stand right here, because you could walk into here for safety. Brig could give you an E. The Pharah is going to be right here trying to shoot you, so you'll be safe from her. So all you have to worry about is if the Pharah comes from this direction and flanks you, or someone coming from main. But you'll see people coming from main, and if you see the Pharah in the sky, you know she's not flanking. So if she's not in the sky, just be aware that she could be flanking. You can probably hear her if she lands or whatever, so you should be good here. And let's get on to the video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Shield reporters. Shield path.
So you do just rotate here anyways, so you kind of naturally know this is kind of the better spot. You could also walk around and get the mini that's behind you.
Shield coming down.
Just gonna watch that happen again.
Shield path.
So your McCree gets hooked, and your Reinhardt right here is pretty low. So you see right here, hey, there's my teammate, there's my low HP Ryan, and here's the enemy team. I can throw a fat nade, but your Ryan decides to drop his shield right at that moment. It looks like a Reaper is walking right into him. You throw your nade here, awesome hand, and your Ryan gets blown up because he dropped shield and rocket hit him. Everything went wrong. Your McCree got saved by your diva, but he's still in the enemy team. That's why Roadhog's hook is really good. Not only because, not only does he one-shot people, he can also reel in tanks, so his team can finish them. So once they're hooked, they're pretty much dead unless your teammate gets a lot of peel. And you get really lucky here. You get booped off instead of pinned, and you do land the sleep.
Ryan's left.
So right here, you're gonna have to be aware of the Pharah that's gonna be shooting into you. I would probably either try and get to the bar that's behind you, or try to get right here. And you gotta be aware of your Brig right here, who's really low. The Pharah who's up there, and the Reaper right here, and of course the Rhine right here. And also caught one more thing.
Shield path.
Yeah, why do you reload at 8 bullets? Because during that time, you probably, I'm not sure if your gun could shoot yet, but I think you can't shoot yet. So your Ryan's low because you reloaded, and he's blasted anyways. So you might have been able to land that nade, have your Ryan with extra healing, and you probably could have pocketed him to kill some people, or at least give both of you more ult charge.
Shield coming down.
Ryan's left.
Far one.
When people call that out, this can apply to you, but don't just say someone's won. You could just say get their name where. It's a lot more helpful to kill someone. Like you say Genji's won all you want, but they don't know where he is, and then you die anyways. And I'm not sure why you ran in there just to rotate. Your junk just died because of that.
Ryan's left.
He's far. One. Far.
I don't see the far.
One.
I'm just gonna assume she's like up top by the Pat tower. You just walk into here, no one's shooting you, no pressure, and then your junk gets blasted by the Reaper. This nade is way too lucky here. You should have wait for the Ryan to drop his shield when he swung at the Brig first. You would also heal the Brig for 100 HP and then also anti the Ryan. That would have been the safest play, but you got lucky here.
Ryan one.
Mine's one again.
Far.
Nice.
I wouldn't have slept the Lucio here. It's way too hard. You're not gonna hit the shot. Honestly, you should. You look like you panicked here. Even. Notice how your aim was here.
Nice.
You went like, oh, there's a Lucio, and just panicked like, oh, there's a Lucio on me. He's gonna tickle me. So you just press shift and then you waste it. Congrats. Did you just reload your gun again when you had bullets?
Mine's one again.
Far.
Nice.
Yeah, you could be shooting right now, but you're reloading instead.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. You're winning.
I don't know why you stood on top of this. Roadhog could get you right now. Reaper could get you right now, but they're both distracted by your diva. You could have just stood to the left of the payload and shoot them. You could have been by the mini, been with your Brig,
Big rally.
but you eventually dropped here anyways.
Lower down was a fast rally. Good shit.
I really feel like you should have thrown your nade first here and then sleep, but I think it would have just been the same outcome, and I'm really nitpicking here. But the nade's a really good follow-up here.
Nice, nice, nice.
You should have really healed your Brig first. You have 300 armor. Or, not 300 armor, 300 health. Far direct hits do 120. So she needs to hit you for 2, which would be 240. And armor's going to make that 235. So you'd still be left over to 65 HP. And that's a really huge if. 2 direct hits and then honestly another direct hit or a really close splash damage. I'm pretty sure they nerfed it too, so you couldn't be killed by the splash now anyways. Should have to hit you with 3 direct hits. So you didn't have to panic. You could have just backed up a little bit and you would have been fine.
Nice, 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 nice. Watching far.
And I think your
Far
Brig
away,
dies
far.
here?
Not there yet.
No, she gets away.
Shield recovered.
And you rotated all the way to the right to get your Brig, and you didn't rotate back. And now you're out at this really awkward angle where they can easily get you. And you scoping for a really long time too. The Roadhog could have picked you right here, I think. Yeah, he just missed his hook.
Shield recorders.
All going right side, all going right side. He's flanking. On right.
What are you looking at? Oh, that nade too. So, first of all, this nade's bad. You don't have a Lucio, you can't push into this. Second, if you really wanted to land this nade, you could have thrown your nade right here and purple the Ryan. Since the nade will be above his shield and you're hitting the gate, you're gonna make him purple, which is actually a really good tactic to do on Eichenwald. You can hit anywhere right here, and the second he walks in, the Zarya is probably gonna bubble him because your Ryan should, in theory, be swinging at him because he's purple. And then since you should have your own bubble, you can be more aggressive and win the fight. Or at the very least, you can kill him because the other team has a Roadhog and no Zarya. But this is not a good time to do it because your Ryan isn't close enough and he's low HP. he's yellow, and you should be over there healing, over here healing him.
Shoot recorders.
Luckily, your Brig uses her E to give him more health, but that could have been used to peel for someone else instead. So because of you, someone might die in the next 5 seconds.
All going right side, all going right side. He's flanking. On right.
And I guess you're just super paranoid of the Roadhog because you just turn your back on your team and then your Brig dies.
I'm gonna nano boost you, Reinhardt.
This is where quick scoping comes in handy. You're throwing away a 10-second team fight winning ability to heal someone when you could just quick scope. That's a really, really big no-no.
Oh, it's not like this.
And grab that mini next to you. Come on, just takes 1 more second.
Get in there.
I'd only nano Rhine after he shatters when it's extremely important to like hit everyone. Like there's tanks and he needs to damage them a lot more, or like you need to kill squishies faster so it can focus on something. Usually Earth Shatter by itself is enough unless they're getting healed, but that's what you have your nade for, which you threw away. So you didn't even need to nano at all.
What their tanks are. Nice.
Fire has ult, fire has ult, fire has ult.
That's good. That's good.
Waste all.
Good, you got the mini.
You kill the tower.
Okay, so let's go over that again. So you see your diva use boosters. She's facing this way. The Moira just used her ult. And your Ryan is mostly full health. He's like 400. Alright? So you decide to pocket the Ryan, who's against the Moira, instead of the diva, who's running into the enemy team at this time. On top of that, we hear the Pharah use her ultimate, but you don't respond. Even though she died quickly, you should have at least looked her direction. You heard it on the left side of you. Reaper also ulted, so I don't know why you didn't try to sleep him either.
Kill the tower.
You're gonna regret this in a second.
Power down.
Run him.
Man, sure would be convenient if you had an ability that could stop that Reinhardt at that time. So let's go back a little bit.
You kill the tower.
You waste your sleep dart on Moira. There's a Reaper to the left of you, which would maybe be a better target, because he's probably shooting your Ryan right now. You also waste your nade here on the Brig when you can just shoot her. Just use your gun instead of using your nade. There's very few times when you should use your nade to heal someone. Like when your Ryan's getting melted, you chuck that nade and slurp that free ult charge. Also didn't help that she stole your mini.
Power down.
Run him. I need him hammer back. Look. He's behind us. Yeah, shatter.
Alright, Hog's super low. Hog's low. You just hold it.
Let's
shatter.
oh, you flash it. Anyways. Let's see what
Alright, Hog's
ultimates you
super low,
have
Hog.
here. Alright, you're coming up on rally. You have tire, and you're 50% on 50% on 3 of your ultimates. That's not bad. You're gonna probably want to combo with your Ryan again, and McCree's gonna do McCree things. You're probably gonna rally just whenever. You just pretty much can use rally whenever. There's not a lot of thinking into it.
It's low. You just hold it.
I'm not ready to hang it up.
I don't even get a chance to ult.
During this time, like while they're capping the point, it
Gonna
would
get a chance.
probably be really good to take the stairs over here, you know, get up there, walk all the way over here, and then sit your butt right there, so you could then shoot this way onto the point. It's a pretty good spot, because I don't think there's really anything on their team that can challenge you. Oh, you don't hold it. Alright, there you go. So they have a Genji. Genji's gonna be the only thing that can challenge you. And then there's a mini on top of there. So you should be fine. As long as the Genji's not fighting you, you should be good. And you have a Brig, you get like your entire health back pretty much. So you shouldn't have to
I'm
worry.
not ready to hang it up.
I don't even get a chance to ult.
I have no idea where that Reinhardt came.
Alright.
Under job. Genji top right.
Good?
Shoot recorders.
I don't know what the point of this nade is. Your team's not going to capitalize on this. They're way too far. You have no Lucio again, as I said. So you just kind of chuck it in there to get some ult charge, maybe. So you could get nano faster. That's about it.
This is going
It's
to
big,
hurt.
it's big, it's big. Lucio won.
I don't know why you hesitated there. You're like, oh, I could shoot that Lucio, but it's Lucio. I'm not going to hit him. Like, just take that shot, even if you miss. It's better to miss than not take the shot at all. You miss 100% of all shots you don't take.
Lucio's one. Oh, it's
I get a boost again.
Again, I don't know what the point of that nade is. You already have your ultimate. You're just feeding ult charge at this point, and now you can't combo with your ultimate. Nanoing Ryan, like this bad boy, and this bad boy, and this bad boy, just kill everyone. You don't even need this. Just these two together are insane. They can't do anything. They just have to take it. They take like 100 damage each swing. So you just kind of wasted a combo. It's like shooting dragons without graviton surge. Like, that's kind of how bad it is. Well, not that much, but same idea.
Okay, hold your shield, hold your shield.
Reaper
Hold it, 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 hold it.
I think, did you just...
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
You reload at 9 bullets again when you could be healing people. Could have shot them, but no, he didn't.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Kill half.
Alright, that barrier is down. Ryan's gonna slam.
Their shield's dead. I'm done.
Watch the Reaper, watch the Reaper.
So, your teammate just called it out. Called out, hey, you know, this is a really bad microphone. Get this guy. Like, about 99% of times, if a Reaper uses his Wraith, his shift, and stays in your team, he's gonna press Q. So be aware of that. You don't die to it here because you're really, really, really far back. And you do throw your nade in there. You hit Reaper and Lucio. That's pretty good. You probably would not have hit that sleep from that far. That's really good of you to do. And you're reloading when you could be healing someone again. Right there.
He's flash, get him, get him.
He got bubbled. He got bubbled.
And you were pretty lucky there. I would have just slept him first, honestly. You kind of got lucky Mercury bailed you. And it was the easiest shot. He was right in front of you. But you lucked out. Your teammate saved you.
Someone's trapped. Someone's trapped. Nice.
Yeah, I
Switch
just
from
popped
Reaper to
up.
Hanzo. This one's
And your Brig's a bot.
It's Hanzo Tracer instead of Reaper Genji.
Alright. So, Hanzo Tracer. That means you could sit up there. You could sit on that high ground. And be perfectly safe. Heal everyone, throw nades, do your entire job. For free. But you are choosing to stand here. Way too far away. Like, if you're gonna stand this far back, stand here. That's like really so bad, but it's better. Or I think you show us.
Peek right around.
Close enough. You could stand right there. Gives you cover, and you can run down and get the little mini right here. It's a pretty good spot. Or you could go up the stairs and get the other mini. Those are two very decent options. But you stand way back here.
You're powered up. Get ready. You're powered up.
What's your run gonna do? Like, you nailed him, but what's he gonna do?
Get ready.
Tracer. Tracer. Oh my god.
And your McCree presses Q when he pins him. Congrats, but your Ryan could have done that without Nano anyways.
Excuse.
So you just threw away your ultimate.
You're going to be okay.
Tracer 1.
So you did eventually come to this spot, which is better because you can use the wall right here. You can use that wall as a good way to protect yourself. Just stay around the corner. You can shoot your team. Pew pew pew. Heal your team with that magical juice. That heals machines and flesh at the same time.
Someone's trapped.
Peek, peek, peek.
Your Ryan's really deep here. I don't know why you haven't chucked your nade sooner.
Side, run. Tracer behind me.
They're behind somewhere.
Alright, you just died. He just died here because you chose to reload again when you had bullets.
They're behind.
Look. You see this number right here? 4 of 14.
Somewhere. I need heals.
And where's your brig at? Where did your brig go?
They're behind
Oh,
somewhere.
didn't she get picked at the beginning of the fight? By the Lucio? Yeah, your brig got picked. So she should be coming back from spawn.
Someone's trapped.
Probably would have naded right about here. So the nade would have hit him just in time.
Peek, peek to the side, run.
It was really unlucky anyways that their Ryan picked up the shield just as you threw nade. They probably just saw it.
Tracer behind me.
They're behind somewhere. I need heals.
Yeah, you didn't you weren't able to shoot him, but even if you did shoot him, he might not have lived. He just ran out of your sight, but you should have been aware of that. Hey, there's a tracer to my left. McCree went to the left. I should probably like see if he's dying or something. And
Who's on you?
that's really unlucky here. Just misjudged that, you know, it's aim. You're gonna fix it. It's gonna happen over time. Things like this happen. But yeah, he's dead either way. And then yeah, they're just gonna clean you up.
Zarya's
That's
off
fine,
the map.
'cause-
Never mind. She grew.
It's good. They use Shatter and they already won the map or won the fight. So you won't have to worry about that next fight.
He's one.
This is much better than a command on the beach.
Coming back.
I'm gonna switch off Junkrat. Oh, yeah, Zarya.
That's just kind of unlucky.
Wow.
Your team's feeding.
Can you hit me up here? Hit me up here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lucio
Let
one.
Crystal run. I have Nano boost for you.
Do it.
Good job identifying that the Ryan's gonna turn. What would have been even better is if you slept him. He would have dropped the shield and then McCree could wipe the whole team. So use this one, not this one. Cause dude is glowing. That guy goes bye-bye, everyone's dead. But still, you capitalized, just not as much as you could have.
Do it to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me.
And your Mercury's being super annoying.
You're fine, dude. Relax. Keep left.
Alright. You have this super cool, like, complete outline thing as a healer. You know that he's going this way, so he's not coming out. Even if he does come out this way, it's going to be like a second. A second's a lot in this game. Alright. Because look what happens during the time you're looking at him.
Keep left so I kill you.
Oh no, you're Ryan's critical. You can shoot his toes, by the way. I like to do that. Shoot people under the payload. And he's dead, because you weren't paying attention.
Literally did it kill
Your diva's insane. She eats the nade.
every single one of
Oh,
them.
you ate it? You ate it?
Yeah.
At this point, there's no way you're going to win it. It's 4v2. Diva's almost dead, and you nano her.
We're gonna lose.
Good job. You already lost.
Yeah.
And now you're 1, staggering her, 2, wasting your ultimate. And not to mention the fact that, look what's happening.
Every single one of them.
Okay. Your soldier went this way, and these two, that's 2 people. You got Zarya and Tracer are going to 2v1 your soldier. So you decide to press Q on Diva, who's gonna die anyways, and you ignore your soldier. He's probably gonna drop his biotic field. You could throw a nade. That's literally as good as a mercy beam on both of you. So using your nade and his field is better than like mercy's beam, like as good as our Valkyrie. You probably could have swapped the Zarya, and you could have helped your soldier live. You two could have got out alive. Wouldn't have staggered your diva. Wouldn't just you could have gotten out. Diva wouldn't have been staggered, and this is your fault. Small things like this.
You ate it? You ate it?
Yeah.
We're gonna lose.
Yeah, I know. Still.
التكرار يعلم
30 seconds.
You need to be aware of Earth Shatter.
Reinhardt's one.
Damn, she didn't die.
Like, why not nano me there, please?
Because Hanano High Noon's not that good.
Tracer dead.
Alright, he just pinned him. Throw a grenade. You're a little bit slow on that. So what you could have done to 100% guarantee that. Back up a little bit more.
Tracer dead.
Alright. Could have, instead of throwing it right at him, throw your nade right around here. It's going to be above his shield, and you're guaranteed to hit him. Always look to go above shields, pretty much, almost always. Look to hit above shields. Unlucky. Even if you hit him, the tick rate probably was not fast enough, and Hanzo would have shot him. I think that's an arrow, I think. Pretty sure that's an arrow that barely missed you and hit your shield instead. Wow. Alright. I'm just looking at my notes. That's pretty decent.
Sorry.
Alright, spawn.
If you look in the background, you can see that Zarya is low. You're not gonna hit the tracer. I don't hit the tracer. No one hits the tracer, okay? You could have shot that Zarya instead. I think that's either like 100 HP. Very little bit left. You probably could have helped kill her.
It's just flash the top. Recalled. Lucio half. Nice shot.
Alright, again, you got super lucky here. Either wait a little bit longer, or hit walls. Alright.
Running.
Yeah, he's anti. I'm pulling. I kept his.
Alright, your team's going in, follow up.
Watching your back.
Yeah, I put them off the edge.
My ultimate is fully charged. Get in there.
There's one. Nice.
Alright, you're gonna want to be just kind of defaulting to right around here, just to be safe. Unless they start pushing hard, then you either want to go here or here, just depending what they do. Like, basically any of those marks is where you want to fall back to, depends on the situation.
I got ulti. Oh, Hanzo's.
You're going to be okay.
Tracer, 9. No recall.
Ana, bud.
I guess, but they do have 2 shields, Moira, and probably Lucio B at this point. Okay, your Ryan just Earth Shattered, and you're using Visor at the same time. You don't need anything more. Okay, he's just gonna shoot people on the floor, which would be better if he wasn't using his Visor because he could headshot them. But he's just gonna shoot the Tracer and then shoot the people that Ryan knocked down. So you just wasted your nano. Right, because if you look in the kill feed, that's because of Earth Shatter, that's because of Earth Shatter, and Ryan probably charged whoever he knocked down. So basically, 3 kills weren't needed because of your nano. This is probably because of Nano Visor, but it wasn't needed. The team fight's already won. You just wasted your nano again.
Huge visor, dude. You're nuts. Tracer's still alive somewhere.
Alright. So you get shattered here, because they haven't used their shatter in a while. It's going to be last fight. If anything, they were probably dry pushing to make sure they win this fight, or at least try to. And the reason why you pushed up here, it's probably way too far. Just stick back with your team.
Get that.
No recall.
And you just wasted your sleep.
We'll stop them here and now.
Huge slam! And you just got knocked over and killed by the dragon. If you had not been caught in that shatter, you probably could have used your nade on your Reinhardt. Would have hit this person, hit their Reinhardt, but they have beat. And you could have pocketed your Rein, get some nano back that you wasted, and maybe you can turn this around. But no, you got shattered.
التكرار يعلم الشطار. Take your
Kill half.
Again, another lucky nade, and your prig just happened to bash the second you're throwing your nade. Look for when he's swinging his hammer, that's your best chance.
Run, go run.
So you're using this spot here on the pillar, but you kind of missed something important. You're scoping in when this guy can shoot you. It would probably be better if you scooted over just a little bit. See? It would probably be better to be right here, but more on the inside. So he cannot shoot you, and you would be safe. You are lucky that he doesn't punish you.
Hanzo up top right.
Nice try. You at least saw that there was a bunch of people together and you could throw a nade. Nice try.
Lucio on point.
And I'm not sure why you're moving around. Like, no one's going to be shooting you. If you just stood in the spot where I told you, maybe a little bit back so Hanzo couldn't get you, you could just stand still and shoot people. You're not in danger. Just a small thing to talk about. It's not that important. It's not like you're going to lose a fight because you're moving around, but just small things that you should be aware of.
He's one.
And that's round 1. TLDR, your positioning's bad. You waste nano boost. Alright, I'm gonna list it out for you right here. Let's go. 1. Positioning is, I don't know. Hold up, let's go back. Position. I don't know. You stand in bad spots, dude. You just stand in bad spots and you die. 2. Bad nades, my dude. That looks like nades. There you go. You throw nades when you keep healing people, or you just chuck it out randomly, and it would be really nice if you had it at that moment. There's like some pretty good nades here and there, but for the most part, it's pretty bad. You throw a nade instead of shooting people. Number 3. You reload at the wrong times. You reload and then someone dies. I think this happened like 3 or 4 times this round. And let's see. Positioning, bad nades, reload. Oh, your nano sucks. Bad nano. I don't think you actually even had one good nano this round. You pretty much either nanoed when it was lost, when your Reinhardt couldn't do anything, or you're just over ulting at that point. So we need to work on positioning. Throwing nades at throw your nades when sorry, I'm blanking. You should throw nades when you know you're gonna hit it. You just throw it in the shields and just happen to hit them. You're getting really lucky. Reload when you're out of bullets or no one's gonna be shot in the next 2 seconds. Nano boost when people can do something. Your Rein's never in range to do anything. He just charges in and gets kills, luckily. Nano Rein when he's like already swinging into them, like when their Rein can't run away. When they can't do anything, it's probably the best time to nano boost. When Genji dashes up, when Soldier activates Visor, that's a good time. But like in this time when you use nano Visor, the other team was already earth shattered. You didn't need the nano boost. You wasted it. So that's all I've got for you. Thanks for watching this pretty cringy video.